Welcome to Science in the Kitchen. So our subject this week is changing states of matter. So on the stove here, I already got us started. In the pot I had some water. Water is a liquid. So I used my knob and I turned it to high and I added heat. You see how red that is? That's why we don't touch the stove, right? When I added heat to the water, look, the water became steam. That's water vapor. Now we then learn that steam can become liquid when it's cooled. So I'm going to put the lid here and I'm going to catch some of that steam. And then when I move the lid off the steam, what do we see on there? The water vapor, the gas, has become water again. It's back to being a liquid. The longer I leave it up there, the more steam I catch, the more water I'm going to have. Look, more water. So when I add heat to liquid, it becomes steam. When I catch steam, this would be just like if you were catching a cloud and the clouds form up there, and then they raise up high and they become cooler, and then we get water back again. Then in the microwave, I put a crayon. We know that a crayon is a solid. I didn't have a crayon, but I went to school and I looked around and guess what I found on the floor? I found a crayon. I don't know whose crayon it was, but since it was on the floor, it became mine. So I didn't want to put the crayon in one of my pots because I eat out of those. So I put it on some parchment paper, which is just baking paper, into the microwave, and I put it on there for 2 minutes. And we're going to see when we added our heat, did it become a liquid? Ooh, look at it melting like that. So it had been a solid crayon when we started, and now it's a crayon puddle. The solid crayon became a liquid crayon. Now, what do I have to do to change that liquid back into a solid? Oh, right. I have to add coolness. Oops. I'm bound and determined to burn my hands on that ice. So we're going to put this in here for just a second and hope that it's not too cold too fast and my bowl breaks. Uh-oh, now you guys see what I eat. You see my salmon? You see my cranberries? They're yummy. All right, we're going to put those in there for just a couple of seconds. We're going to go back and, sorry, we're zooming around a little bit. I'm not so good with the phone, and this isn't really a lesson we could do with just a state. So, with just a stand. So we are on section 20 today. We are reading these 2 pages and these 2 pages, okay? And the other half, the second half of our experiments went with the one that we'll do tomorrow, which is these 2 and the next one. Oh, no, it isn't. It's just these 2. All right? And then you will do this on your own next week. Okay? So that should be something fun to do. This is one of those chapters I wish we were at school for because it can be a little bit of fun. Let me grab my pot holder again. I shouldn't need it after it's been in the freezer. And let's see if our liquid is back to being a solid. Look, you can already see where it's starting to become a solid again. See how it's firmed up already on the side there? It's not quite so liquidy as it was before. And if I leave it in there long enough, it's going to get all the way back. But will it go back to the shape that it was in before? No, because you remember that liquids change their shape to become the shape of what they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the freezer, and we're not going to hang out on the video, but I'm going to put this back in the freezer, and then I'll put a picture of it with the posting so you guys can see what it looks like after it's gotten really good and cold. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Love you.